All right, let's jump right in. It happened. History was officially made on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, for the very first time, smashed right through the 50,000 barrier. And this wasn't just a Dow story. The whole market really felt that tailwind. The S&P 500, it climbed 0.5%, and now it's seriously knocking on the door of 7,000. But the real leader today, you got to look at the tech-heavy NASDAQ. It surged almost a full percent. It seems like investors aggressively jumped back into tech, completely shaking off that, AI fatigue we saw last week. But honestly, today's market wasn't just about the big index numbers. The real action, the real story, is in the individual company moves. So let's dive into the 3 movers you absolutely need to know about. First up, we're seeing one of the old guard tech names strike back, and in a huge way. We have to talk about Oracle. So what was the move? Oracle's stock absolutely exploded, jumping almost 10% higher today. Now, for a company valued at $500 billion, that is a colossal move. Wait, so they're taking on debt to build out their AI capacity, and the market is cheering them on for it? Exactly. And the context here is everything. Think about it. Markets have been punishing companies like Amazon for their massive capital spending. But Oracle's being celebrated for it. This bond sale, it signals they're not trying to compete head-on with the cloud giants anymore. Instead, they're positioning themselves as the essential infrastructure provider, basically the landlord for the entire AI ecosystem, serving huge clients like OpenAI and NVIDIA. Okay, on to our next key story. And this one is a true milestone for an absolute retail giant. Let's turn our attention to a company we all know, the Titan, Walmart. Here's the headline move. Walmart has finally cemented its place in the trillion-dollar market cap club. So, does this mean investors are starting to get nervous about all the high-flying tech stocks? Well, that's definitely part of the story for sure. I mean, when tech valuations get a little stretched, money often flows into the perceived safety of consumer staples. But, and this is the crucial point, this is not your grandfather's Walmart anymore. The market is completely re-rating the company. They're viewing it less as just a grocer and more as a tech-enabled advertising and logistics powerhouse. Its investments in AI-driven supply chains are creating a competitive moat that seriously rivals Amazon's. And for our final deep dive, we're not looking at one company, but an entire sector that basically came roaring back from the dead. We're talking about enterprise software, which, if you want to track it, you can follow with the ETF ticker IGV. So the move here, after just a brutal sell-off last week that saw the sector plunge nearly 8%, software stocks staged this absolutely stunning V-shaped recovery this afternoon. So why the sudden change of heart? What changed over the weekend to make the market love software again? Honestly, the selling was just massively overdone. Sentiment hit panic levels we haven't seen since 2008, all driven by these fears that new AI models would make traditional software totally obsolete. And that panic, it triggered a classic relief rally. The counter-narrative that won today is that AI isn't a replacement, it's an accelerator. You still need the core software platforms to integrate it all. So now you know the what and the why. Let's get to the fun part. Here is exactly what you should say tomorrow morning to sound like the smartest person in the room. Did you see Oracle today? It's funny. Everyone is panicked about Amazon spending $200 billion on AI, but when Oracle raises $25 billion to do the exact same thing, the stock jumps 10%. I guess it pays to be the one selling the shovels, or data centers rather than just digging the hole. So Walmart is officially a trillion-dollar company now. It's wild that in the middle of this AI boom, the safest bet on Wall Street was just buying cheap socks and groceries. It's basically the ultimate hedge against the tech bubble. I almost sold my software stocks on Friday because of the whole AI is going to replace code panic. Glad I didn't. Looks like the market realized that even if AI writes the code, you still need a human to blame when it breaks. So what a day. A truly historic day for the Dow. And a fascinating, really complex day under the surface. It all leaves us with one, trillion-dollar question. Is this the top? Or is this just the start? Let us know what you think. Comment below and make sure you subscribe to Market Fluency for your daily edge.